Hi friend, this is Adam Chandler in Colorado, and I know exactly why you're here. You are most likely watching this video because you're looking for better, more effective ways of building your network marketing business and basically living the dream, getting what we all came to this industry for, which is financial freedom, more time to spend with a family, more freedom in life to travel, just more choices in general. If that's what you're here for, then I've got some very good news for you. I'm going to share with you in this video 5 actions of highly effective network marketers. I guarantee if you ask any top producer in your network marketing company or in any marketing system, any top producing network marketer in the industry, they will admit to doing at least 4 out of 5 of these things, and most will admit to doing all 5 out of 5 consistently. I'm going to share all 5 of these core actions with you, but first I want to share one of the core actions that I've done consistently in the past 4 years in my business, and that I attribute this one thing that I'm about to share with you to my most substantial growth in this business. Now, I'm talking about quantum growth here. I'm not talking about taking a baby step forward in your business. I'm talking about creating quantum leaps and quantum growth in your business and in the results that you're going to achieve. Doing this one thing, like I said, consistently over the past 4 years has allowed me to recruit 2 of the top producers in my network marketing organization. These 2 gentlemen that I brought into my organization from doing this one core action that I'm about to share with you has driven, I'd say, 80% of the growth in my network marketing organization. So if you're looking to recruit more talent into your business, and isn't that what we're all looking for? Isn't that what this model is all about? Is about leverage and duplication. If you're looking to recruit more talent, I'm going to share with you in this one core action that you can implement into your business immediately. Doing this one thing has also allowed me to meet a business partner of mine who we've gone on to create 2 products together, 2 information training products that we have sold in the past 12 months that has brought in, I'd say, somewhere between $70,000 and $80,000 in revenue in the past 12 months, again from that one action. And I'm just gonna spill the beans right now. That one action, my friend, is getting to live events. Live events are where the magic happen in this industry, and I want to share with you the ability to go to a live event in Dallas, Texas, in the very near future, and how this one event can absolutely change your life. You're going to learn. You're going to get a chance to meet me personally, as well as some of my mentors, 6- and 7-figure marketers. Actually, there's going to be some 8-figure marketers, people that have made over $10 million in the network marketing industry, that are going to be at this event in Dallas, Texas. Now, what you're going to want to do, click the link down below this video. You're going to see it right at the top of the description. You're going to click the link down below. Don't worry, it's going to open in a different window, so you can continue to listen to this audio that I'm about to play for you, where I share with you on a morning wake-up call for my network marketing lead generation system that I'm a part of, where I will share with you all 5 core actions of highly effective network marketers. So it'll open in a new window, so go ahead and click the link down below this video so that you can get some free training and learn how you can attend the biggest event, the biggest non-company specific generic marketing training event, meet some of the highest paid, most talented, most effective internet, online, and offline network marketers in the entire network marketing industry, and create quantum growth in your network marketing business so that you too can live the dream in this industry. Go ahead and click the link down below. Do that right now. Access the free training. Learn about how you can attend this exclusive event coming very soon in Dallas, Texas, and enjoy the audio that I'm about to share with you, where you're going to receive 5 core actions of highly effective network marketers. I look forward to seeing you in Dallas, and I look forward to living the dream with you in the network marketing industry.
Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Dean from Atlanta. Welcome to the Thursday morning My Lead System Pro wake-up call. It is my pleasure to introduce to you somebody who I listened to one of the first webinars, Wednesday webinars on My Lead System Pro that I attended, one of the first ones, and it was about meetup groups. It really piqued my interest. This was before I even signed up for My Lead System Pro, so it was one of the ones that I watched, and I'm like, this is great. And it was before I even signed up for My Lead System Pro. I was getting the emails and getting the Wednesday webinar invites from somebody who I'd signed up to their list. So I remember that all the way back then. So L4, if I'm not mistaken, leader, Adam Chandler. And I know you're on the line there, Adam. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful this morning, Dean. How are you?
I am fantastic, thank you. You're all set and ready to go, so all the buttons are pushed, so it's all yours.
Sounds good, and thank you for sharing that story. I did not realize that that was your first webinar. That was my first time hosting an MLSP webinar. I didn't realize that was your first MLSP webinar as well. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if it was my first one, but I remember as one of the first few ones that I watched. It was very cool.
Cool. Yeah, so good morning, everyone. Like Dean said, my name is Adam Chandler. I live in northern Colorado in a town called Fort Collins, which is about an hour drive north of Denver and about a 45-minute drive south of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Just a little geography lesson for you there. A few things I want to share this morning. I want to talk about. Everybody, as you may or may not be aware, as you're most likely aware, we had a big webinar last night. MLSP had a big promotional launch webinar, basically relaunching Michelle Pescasolido's Facebook training course last night, and I want to talk a little bit in the beginning of this call about that and about just about basically investing in your business, because many of us are transitioning or are either in the process of transitioning or have transitioned from an employee to an entrepreneur. And one of the biggest differences I see between somebody who thinks as an employee and someone who thinks as an entrepreneur is when you're in that employee mindset, you're thinking about spending money on your business. Oh, I don't know if I can afford to spend more money on my business. It becomes something that you spend money on. Whereas entrepreneurs, if you really made that shift, and really become an entrepreneur, it's not spending money, it's investing money in your business, investing in your education, it's investing in yourself. Now, if you have no interest in doing Facebook marketing, then you would not. It wouldn't make complete sense to get the Facebook marketing course. But if because of the fact that we're all on Facebook, I would think it would be anybody listening to this call right now. It would be shocking if there was somebody listening to this that didn't have a Facebook account. So, and we all use Facebook in one way or another, to connect with people and to build our businesses. And when I was first getting started, I was spending a lot of money. I wasn't making in my first 6 months of being an entrepreneur and doing network marketing and doing online marketing and learning the ropes, and that whole first 6 months beating my head against the wall, figuratively of course, trying to figure this stuff out. I was putting a lot of money in, but one of the reasons is because I knew that this was it. I had come from a place where I had just lost a couple jobs, like 2 in a row actually, in about a 6-month period, and I was just sick of that. I was so sick of having a job and having to look for a job and getting laid off from a job and having to go through that stupid process over again of looking for a job. So when I found this, I actually saw it as, when I found internet marketing and network marketing, I actually saw it as a way to escape that, as a way to get away from having to go through that anymore, having to look for a job and get a job and sit at a desk and do all that stupid stuff. So when I found this, it was like, I was pretty sold on the fact that this is what I was going to do, because this was my way out. This was my way out of the dire financial situation that I was in at the time. This is my way to, get out of it. So I knew that, that this was it. I had kind of drawn that line and said, I'm all in. And that way, when things started coming up, when I started seeing different information products and different things that could move my business forward, even when I didn't have the money, I would find a way to make it happen, just because I had made that decision. And one of the best things that ever happened to me in my early going, in my first year, this was maybe 6 to 8 months into the business, my sponsor at the time, who had sponsored me in my first company, he said that there was an event, there was a live marketing event coming up in Lake Tahoe, and it was and I basically said, I don't know, I'm putting a lot of money into marketing right now. I'm buying all these information products. I don't know if I can afford to go to this event. And he basically told me that if you don't attend this event, you might as well throw in the towel right now. And I couldn't believe it after spending all this money with this person, and I was obviously committed. I was buying things. I was doing the work. I was figuring stuff out. And to hear somebody say, throw in the towel, and basically tell me to quit if I don't get to this event was a little, I was kind of pissed off at him for saying that, for telling me to quit. But then, I ended up going to the event. I took his advice. I went to the event. My belief level just absolutely skyrocketed. And I was kind of starting to make a couple sales here and there, but I was definitely not even close to breaking even at that point. Making a couple sales here and there, and I went to the event, and I met all the leaders. It was, like I said, skyrocketed my belief. That was actually the first time I met Brian, Norbert, and Todd. I actually had lunch with them, with all three of them, on the first day of my first event, which was absolutely huge for me, really. So this was when MLSP, by the way, was like brand new. It was like a few months old at that point. And by the way, it's been really cool to see the system, really go from where it was in the very beginning to this, this little rinky-dink marketing system with a couple of training videos and, a couple of websites to, this awesome community of marketers that we have now. And, it's been really cool over the past few years to really see the evolution of this system. And people come into the system now and they see all this great stuff, and it's easy to take it for granted. It's easy to take a lot of this stuff for granted. A lot of the features of the system that not a lot of people really use to its fullest. But if you had seen it where it was back then you'd be pretty, you'd say, oh my God, look at all that we have now compared to what it used to be. So don't take the system for granted is my point there. But I want to get into a couple of actions and a couple of things that you can do that could really help you, especially in your first 6 months, in your first year in business, or really any time. But this is definitely things that can help you, especially when you're bringing your new team members in and basically letting them know, what they need to be doing if they want to become successful. So number one is attend all training calls and wake-up calls. So in the beginning, you're going to want to get on as many training calls, wake-up calls, just like you're doing right now. It's awesome, as much and as often as possible in the beginning. Now, when you get to a point where you've identified the marketing strategy, or one or two marketing strategies that you're really focusing on, if something comes, if you're focused on doing video marketing, and then something comes along of where it's not something that a webinar or a training comes along teaching you how to do solo ads or something like that, then you can make the decision at that point. Well, if I'm already committed to doing this marketing strategy, is this going to be something that I want to do? That's the level that you want to get to eventually. But in the beginning, you really want to really submerge yourself in it really by getting to all the training, getting on as many training calls as possible, just to surround yourself with the leaders and see what different people are saying about this, and that'll actually help you as well to really identify a strategy that's going to help you. So attending all training calls and wake-up calls. Number 2, personal development daily. Okay, this is absolutely huge. I remember I was just thinking about before the call how when I got started, I was thinking that maybe I knew that mindset was going to play a part in it. I knew that it was going to come in somewhere. I thought that maybe it was getting to where I wanted to go and becoming successful at this. I thought it was maybe 10% mindset and 90% how to. 90% of the just show me how to drive the traffic and generate the leads, and I'll figure out the rest. So when I got a little bit more into it and started doing some personal development and started really becoming more aware of my how I would react to certain situations, and just becoming aware of different behaviors and patterns that I was showing, I started to realize that, wow, maybe it is a little bit more mindset. Maybe it's like 50-50. It's like 50% mindset, 50% how-to. Now that I've really looked back and really heightened that awareness even more, and really done a lot of personal development, and also seeing a lot of what other people are doing and seeing what their actions are, the results that their actions are producing. Colleagues in the business, friends, team members, things like that. I've really realized that it's probably more 90% mindset and 10% how-to. Isn't that funny that kind of gone full circle from where I used to think it was 10% mindset, 90% how-to, to where I now realize that it's probably more like 90% mindset and 10% how-to, because all the how-to information in the world, and all the awesome training that we have in the system, it's really not going to do much for you unless you are in the state of mind of, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to, I don't care. Like, I realize that, starting off any new venture or learning any new set of skills is going to come with some inevitable challenges, and I'm going to face those challenges head on, and I'm going to find a way around them one way or another. When you really adopt that mindset, that's really when things start to change, and then the how-to is going to just fall into place. It will. So personal development daily, really sharpening the blade, if you will, and just really focusing on your own mindset and your own attitude, and getting around the leaders in this community is absolutely huge as far as mindset goes as well. So personal development daily is number 2. Number 3, get to all live events, as many live events as you can handle, or within reason, is absolutely huge. Like I said, attending. If you have been in this business for 6 months, and that was what my sponsor told me. Like I said a few minutes ago, he's like the one way to dramatically increase the chances of becoming successful is in your first 6 months, you have to get to a live event. Okay, it's like your chances of becoming successful skyrocket if you get to a live event in your first 6 months, as opposed to not getting to a live event. And definitely in your first year, you have to make sure if you're at month 8 in your business and you have not yet attended an event for your company, like a national event for your primary company, or like a marketing event like a No Excuses or Live the Dream, you got to do it. You got to make, you just decide right now, I'm going to live the dream. I'm going to do, whatever it takes to, to get there, and just make that decision right now, because the chances of you becoming successful is going to absolutely skyrocket because of what it will do for you. The realness. I remember my very first live event. Everything just became more real. It was like when before it was just me sitting behind my computer, messing around trying to figure stuff out and throwing a whole bunch of stuff up at the wall and hoping that something would stick, to getting to the live event and being like, wow, this is a real business. There's real people making a lot of money in this thing. This is a real business, and I need to start treating it like a real business. So getting to the live events is absolutely huge. Talk to people about your business daily. This is this is what I refer to as an exposure. You don't necessarily have to get somebody to a presentation of some kind, but if you're just in the habit of every single day talking to people about your business, sharing some of your ideas about your business, getting around other people, and even masterminding with other people, but it's really, really important that you talk to people about your business daily, and yes, getting exposures and getting people to agree to watch presentations about your business or about My Lead System Pro is going to absolutely it's going to be a big game changer. A lot of times, if my team members in MLSP or in my primary network marketing company, if they come to me and they say, I'm not having the results I want, what am I doing wrong? What can I be doing differently? I'll just ask a simple question: how many people did you expose to the business in the last 5 days? How many people did you expose to the business yesterday? How many people did you get to say, yes, that sounds intriguing. I want some more information. Can you send me some more information? How many people did you get to agree to review some type of third-party professionally designed sales material, like, for example, the 30-minute MLSP the 30-minute MLSP overview video. I make it a point to regularly get people to, when I'm talking to my leads, then there's a million ways to get people to watch that presentation, because we're all network marketers. We all have other network marketers that are around, and don't think that a big mistake to make is to think that you have to have leads coming in before you can expose people to your business and expose people to MLSP, because there's a million ways you can do it. One of the things that I do is I go into coffee shops. If I'm going into a coffee, and I don't go into a coffee shop specifically to do this. I'm not going to leave my house to go somewhere to do this. But if I'm out, if I'm at a coffee shop or I'm at somewhere, and I see the cork boards where people put their business cards up, I'll just search for network marketers and look for the Mona V cards and the ACN cards and the all these different Legal Shield and all these different network marketing companies, and I'll just take the business cards off and I'll just call them up and potentially get to know them a little bit and see if they're interested in doing online marketing. And if they are, then I'll say I've got a 30-minute video that goes into detail about our marketing system and the benefits to you and your business. If I was to, would you be open to taking a look at a video that describes our marketing system? And then that's the exposure, right? So, like I was saying, if a team member comes to me and says, I'm not having the results I want, what can I be doing differently? I'll just say, well, how many people did you talk to yesterday about the business? And usually it's zero. It's a very small number, or it's zero. And if that's the case, then yeah, you're not going to. This is a business of exposures. This is a business of exposures. So MLSP, as well as your primary network marketing company, is a business of exposures. If you want to make a lot of money, expose a lot of people. If you want to make some money, expose some people. How much money are you going to make if you expose 0 people? 0 money, right? And then number 5, and then I'm gonna wrap this call up. Massive, all-out, massive action. Attack your goals with the obsession of a lunatic. Okay, and Norbert was the first to tell me that on a wake-up call that I attended years ago. Attack your goals with the obsession of a lunatic. Just all-out, massive action. If this is something that you've decided to do, that you're not going to get anywhere in this by testing the waters. If you're saying, like, I'm going to give this internet marketing thing a try and see if that's going to give it a try and see if it works for me, it's not going to happen. You really have to go all in. You have to take all-out massive action. You need to jump in with both feet, and you need to really make that decision that this is it, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. Okay, so all-out massive action, and this was one of the first things that I learned when I started my first network marketing business, is that in the beginning you can make up in numbers what you lack in skill. And the only way to put up those numbers, expose lots of people, the only way to do that is by taking all-out massive action. So do those core things, do those 5 things that I just mentioned, and you're on your way. That's for sure. And then back to the beginning. Don't look at things like Michelle's social media mastery course and getting to live the dream and getting to other live events. Don't look at that as an expense. Don't look at it as spending money. You're investing money in your business. When I was just starting out, I was probably about 6 months in the business. I was probably about $10,000 in debt from the business, and every single thing that I spent money on, even losing money testing out different marketing strategies, everything that I put money into back then has paid off 100-fold, I'm telling you. So I have, all the information products that I've ever purchased has paid off 10-fold at least. So don't look at it as spending money or an expense of your business. Look at it as you're investing money in your business, in your enterprise, in yourself, in your education, in your future, and you'll be well on your way. And thanks so much for being with us this Thursday morning MLSP wake up call. Have a great weekend. Have an awesome and productive weekend, you guys. And I'll go ahead and be on the Facebook fan page if you have any questions or comments about any of the information from this morning's call. Thank you very much, Dean, for taking intros this morning. You rock, and thank you all for being here this morning. Make it a great day.